Welcome to Operation Pixel.
I didn't know you started. Okay, I hope I remember how to play this.
We're playing Shinobi.
A ridiculously
PlayStation
hard
2
game.
Yeah. So, I think just for the fun of the background story here, you
Okay.
can get started if you want.
I am.
Oh, this is
I hit
opening
start.
cutscene. Okay. So for the fun of the background story here, when we were growing up, my first system was a Sega Genesis, and one of the few games I had was Shinobi 3, which we're definitely planning to play in the future.
We're saving it for a good one.
Yeah. So
We're saving a couple for.
yeah,
So, yeah.
we have quite a few games that we're looking forward to, but if we figured, dude, if we play all the games we really like first, that means it's all downhill from there. So, so Shinobi 3 was really cool, and then I saw this Shinobi on PS2, and it looked cool when I was in middle school, and we were like, oh, dude, I wonder if it's related to the old Shinobi, and I'm actually not sure if it is. I never looked into it.
I think it's in the same world.
Yeah, something like that. I think they're supposed to be related.
Yeah,
at least a little bit. But yeah, maybe we'll look that up. But anyways, so we played the PS2 one, and you can get through the first stage fairly well, and then the second stage becomes ridiculously hard, and then it just stays ridiculously hard, and so we never really got anywhere. But a while back, Ark picked it up again, and
I was like, oh, I remember this. I'm gonna try it.
And
it sucks as much as I remember, but I'm gonna stick with it.
Yeah, he actually made some really good progress. So we sort of figured out how to play a little bit better from that. That was some time ago now, so... Oh, no extras.
Lame.
So we're just gonna start it up here after he's done looking at the menus.
I was making sure the subtitles are on and stuff.
Okay, sure.
Seeing if I could get some extra shurikens.
This isn't Sega, man. This is Genesis.
Shut up. Okay, here we go. Opening cutscene. Something's going on. I never got the point of it.
This immediately reminds me of Muramasa, just because it's super Japanese.
I thank you for all that you have taught me.
Oh, they're speaking in English too.
Yeah, it said that on the screen there.
Oh, I thought I had subtitles of...
No.
Oh, I should have changed it to Japanese. Yeah, two brothers fighting. One's somebody, another one's another person. That's somebody, and an old man.
This is ridiculous.
Yes. she had that. I don't know why, but that sounded really funny. It's like super forced.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Well, that's the thing, is one problem with voice acting, I think, especially Japanese stuff.
Yeah, it never really
sometimes
turns out.
Sometimes in Japanese stuff, right? Maybe there's one word for saying that whole line,
and it doesn't work.
And then in English, there's no one word they can use.
Yeah.
So they have to use 3 words, but they have to say it in the timing of one word. So it's just
Which is why what was it? Speed Racer was so crazy because they were, that was one of the first ones that they tried to bring it over here.
Yeah.
And so they had no idea what to do, so they just spoke everything really, really, really fast. And then when they couldn't figure it, they just moaned and groaned. So, I must go faster. Oh!
I was
unleash a secret weapon! Ooh!
It's a very fun joke at this point, just looking back at the old movies. Everybody makes fun of Godzilla, and the guy's like, "Oh, it's Godzilla!" And
Godzilla!
then his mouth just keeps moving. I mean, it's an overused joke at this point, but it's
they've gotten a lot better.
They definitely have.
But every once in a while, I feel like they keep it that way on purpose.
Yeah. Just it's weird, but it's kind of charming in a way.
A little bit.
I mean, a lot of mistranslations are just straight up ugh.
Yeah.
But there's something weird about the Japanese translations that are all wrong.
Yeah.
They're just oh, this is fun.
Which is kind of funny because in all reality, it's not too different. I mean, they can still write it in English, letters.
Yeah.
One thing that about languages is how likeness German and actual English is.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is actually I looked into this at one point because I was curious, and it's because most of the European languages have the same roots,
Latin stuff,
and then they just sort of got influenced by each other. So a lot of English is based around a conglomeration of a bit of Italian,
yeah,
which was based off Latin. It's based off some German. I think it's based on whatever the Nords not Nords.
Nordians?
That's from Skyrim or something. Nords. Talking about
Vikings.
Vikings. I was thinking Norse, I guess, but that's not really a good term for them either because Norse is more of a religion or a philosophy than
Vikings.
Anyways,
Say Vikings.
yes, Vikings.
Everybody knows what Vikings is.
And I think there was some
complicate
other
it.
stuff too. It's like it was just this big mixture of languages kind of coming together, and so they borrowed some letters and words from some cultures and some words and letters from other cultures, and then sort of it became English because whatever.
Have you ever noticed how awesome German sounds in anything death metal?
I think you brought this up on the show before, but yeah,
Did I?
Yeah, we were
Did
talking
I
about
say-
death metal one time.
God, I don't know how the other guys do it. I mean, we're sitting here thinking of things. I'm like, wait a minute, did we do that? And we've only done it for like 3 months.
Yeah.
They're doing it for like 4 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, German sounds amazing in death metal.
It's sort of funny though because it's sort of true, right? Like in a way, German and like Russian are sort of almost more intimidating languages.
They are
because like the way the sounds are.
It sounds sharp
Yeah, a little bit.
or like harsh.
Yeah,
that's how to put it.
Yeah, and then other people are like French and stuff like that, and maybe even
like French is supposed to be like the language of love or
and
something
Spanish
like that.
and stuff like that are kind of like much smoother languages.
Yeah.
But like one thing I thought was funny is someone said that like you could not make French sound bad.
Oh my God, these graphics.
Yeah. Old PS2, man. It's actually not bad.
No, well, I mean the okay, I gotta remember, dude.
All right, so while you're doing that though, I was
yeah.
just gonna say that
It's
like
a weird jump button.
oh, is it triangle or something?
No, it's circle.
Oh, that is a weird jump button. It's always X or triangle. It's never circle.
Or square, maybe.
Can you go into the options and change the buttons?
Well, I'm sure I'll get used to it.
Well, I mean, you can always like.
I know, but I don't want to mess with it. My phone is going off like crazy.
Yeah,
I hope it doesn't. Hang on, let me sit on it.
Your phone is
gonna-
blowing up, dude.
That makes it louder. Sounds like I'm farting.
Also,
I'm just gonna leave it
I
there.
bet you that'd be
Whoa.
very uncomfortable having a vibrating phone
Depends on
right
who you
under
are.
your leg.
I don't know. Some people might like that.
Anyways, so I was just going to say, going back to French can never sound like evil or anything,
Okay.
or sound bad.
I can wall run, right?
Yeah, you should be able to wall run and wall jump and stuff.
That's not. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Okay, I'm getting it. Oh wait, no, I'm not.
Oh, I think that's a barrier
yeah,
to kill
yeah,
the enemies
yep.
to get through. But anyways, trying to finish my story. So there was one time I watched, or I was watching, I think, what was the first Batman movie? The Dark Knight Rises or
Oh,
something?
the new Batman one?
Yeah, the trilogy.
No, it's just
Was it Dark
Batman
Knight
Begins.
Rises? Oh, it was Batman Begins, okay. So in Batman Begins, right, there's the fear spray. And
Oh,
there's,
yeah.
There's the one part of the movie where Batman turns it back on the Scarecrow.
Yes.
And I don't know why, but I was screwing around with the sound at that one point, and I accidentally got it in French. And then Batman turns into that demon monster thing, and he's talking in French. He's like, "Je suis sorti!" And the guy's like, "Ah!" And I was like, well, they made French sound intimidating.
Did we ever bring up the only French terms that we know?
Probably not. Does the world need to know what?
The world needs to know.
Okay, so I know two phrases in... Well, no, I guess I know a few phrases in French, but the ones I really like using, there's 200 kilos de bouffe,
Yes.
which is 2,000 kilos of beef. There was, one my friend told me, because I asked him how to say it, and it was something like, Je suis un grand... Oh, no, it was...
Je suis une grande pomme de terre.
No, that wasn't it.
No?
Hold on, I was thinking of a different one. Je suis un chevalier grand épée? I don't know. I was trying to say I'm a knight with a very large sword. But I don't remember the grammar for it.
Well, no, what was the other one was much
But yeah,
funnier, though.
no, I know. I was trying to save that one for last, and you tried to spoil it.
Oh, okay.
But
Well,
it was Je suis un grand pomme de terre, which is I'm a very large potato.
Why would you need to have that phrase?
Why wouldn't you?
Why? How did? What's the story behind that?
I'm pretty sure I was telling someone about 200 kilos de bouffe.
Yeah.
And then he told me his favorite French phrase was Je suis un grand pomme de terre. And I was like, what does that mean? He says, I'm a very large potato. And I was like, that's true, yours is way better than mine. So...
Did you guys make like a like an RPG Maker level of the Kilos of Beef one?
Yeah, sort of, but that was also a reference to the Diablo 2 bonus level. There's like a cow level.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Well, I suppose it would be more accurate to say there is no cow level, because that's the joke.
Well, actually, I've actually heard that they in the Diablo 3, somebody found something recently.
Oh, maybe.
Of a cow level.
Could be.
And I didn't really read into it because I'm not really into Diablo like at all.
So,
but I was like, I saw the headline. It's like the cow level is back. I'm like, oh, I should probably bring that up with Hootman.
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't like I only played Diablo 3 like when it came out, and at that point I wasn't really that interested because I mean I wasn't really on much of a bandwagon as far as Diablo went. I was kind of cool with it because some of my friends introduced me to Diablo and Diablo 2, and I liked the aesthetic of it. And then Diablo 3 was as many people described it to be very kind of bright and cartoony. It looked a lot more like World of Warcraft, where everything was kind of like colorful.
Where am I going?
And kind of misproportioned, whereas like the Diablo 1 and 2 were very much like they were almost more horror games in a way, because it was a very dark fantasy.
But it was very pixelated.
It was gothic. It wasn't as bad as you think. Like, going back, I actually saw a video of Diablo 1 the other day, and I was like, wow, this is not as bad as I remember. I was actually kind of surprised that it didn't look as terrible.
You get the hang of it.
The cutscenes weren't amazing, considering Blizzard's track record with good cutscenes.
When was it made?
I don't know, man. A long time ago.
Like the 90s?
Like, look, the thing is that, yeah, like, the cutscenes were the part that bothered me the most, as far as, like, graphics looking dated. Like, the game itself...
Oh, I forgot he swings me with his gun.
That's a weird way for a tank to attack.
Well, how can a tank melee?
Well, I mean, you know, yeah, but... I also mean that I don't think I've ever seen in any other game ever a tank be like, oh, I'm gonna hit you with my barrel!
Can I just say something? I love the scarf.
Yeah, the scarf
That is a nice touch.
Yeah. You can tell that they put a lot of effort into making sure the scarf looked good in this game.
It's a very pleasant...
Because, yeah, like...
It's so contrasting to everything else.
Yeah, but...
The red color and everything's all bleak and everything.
Yeah, but I mean, even besides that, though, like, the fact that it's not, like, obviously, like, janky or weird at all.
And it's smooth, it follows your every movement.
Yeah, like, even today, like, cloth physics rarely do anything like that, because it's, like, really difficult to do and kind of complicated and usually pointless.
I wonder how much time they spent programming the scarf.
Scarf physics.
Yeah. I'm interested in looking that up now.
Well, maybe we'll look it up, and we'll let everyone know next time on Operation Pixel.
Are we gonna cut off right here? Can I skip? Oh, I accidentally skipped it. I tried to pause it. I forgot you can't skip old games cutscenes.
No, old games you can't skip.
Yeah, you can't pause the cutscenes. Okay, next time.
I'm pretty sure there's a helicopter.
Yeah, there's a helicopter. So we'll fight a boss next time.
Yes, pause it now.
Yeah, okay, now. Okay.
Next time on Operation Pixel.